So welcome back, beautiful people. Here with Phil today. Hello, Phil. How's it going?
Good, absolutely
Good.
brilliant.
Yesterday, I went to a magnificent place here in Luxembourg. It is like a butterfly place where,
Oh,
it's
such an
amazing.
indoor
There
place,
were
right?
a lot of
Where you have these.
butterflies everywhere. Yeah, it was nice
Yeah,
to
it's
see.
cool. It's cool. I love this.
So
I think
today,
they call it. Was it called Papiorama or something? I think they call it like
yeah,
this, right?
exactly.
Yeah,
Something like this.
yeah,
Exactly. Yeah. How do you know that?
yeah. Come on. Yeah, we have one in Switzerland, so
Yeah,
it's called the
it's
same.
everywhere. I think in every city there is one.
But I have to
Right.
say, I have never been in one. I
Oh,
just know that
really?
people are always saying like it's so great, and you see like
Yeah,
butterflies that big, right? Like super large
yeah,
beasts,
exactly. Oh,
and
amazing,
I think
amazing.
they'll
I
probably
had a
scare me
couple
off.
of them yesterday. One on the head, and one on the arm was
Oh,
amazing. Yeah, yeah, nice.
nice, nice.
So,
Sick.
Phil, today you are going to talk about some SEO tricks and some tools that can help to enhance SEO, right? So let's
Yeah.
talk about
I,
this.
I mean, yeah, we can. I think reason why we having this episode is a little bit like I got a distress call from you last time, Carlo.
Yes,
So Carlo, for
that's
everybody
true.
here, like Carlo called me up and he needed some help with SEO, and of course gladly helped him. And then I realized like, hey, okay, it seems like a lot of people don't know these things. And I mean, it wasn't witchcraft. It was simple, like it's just experience. You kind of like get to
Of
find
course.
out these things. But what we did was basically, I don't even know. I think I spoke way too much back then, but I can just say, like, out of my experience, I am having a client that somehow the impressions are decreasing all the time. Like, since a year, I try to do everything, like on page SEO is on par, and the technical SEO is also, yeah, like good. It's not perfect, but it's not a reason why it should not be decreasing impressions and click rates. But yeah, then actually I reached out to a fellow SEO and asked him like, dude, I don't know what to do, but it's like this ship is sinking and I cannot do anything against it. So he told me like, hey, look into backlinks. And I was like, yes, of course, backlinks. But then he actually nudged me in a more specific direction. He actually said I should look into the citations. For everybody who doesn't know what a citation is, it's basically all these websites where you drop your companies or your businesses phone or NAPs, like name, address, and phone number, and they should be matched across all these platforms.
Yeah.
There could be like websites like business.com or search.com, stuff like that. They're like,
Yeah, exactly.
actually, the thing is, I believe nobody's really like searching on these websites. But what happened
Yeah.
to them is like back in the days, they started these websites, right? And during the years, I mean, some of them are probably, I mean, sometimes I find websites, they are from 1995 or something. At least that's how they look like, but they have a huge
Yeah.
domain authority, a huge domain ranking.
Yeah.
And you can easily you can get a backlink from those websites, which actually is a quick and dirty backlink strategy, what you do. So, and before you actually go to all these websites, because there are thousands out there, it also depends where your
My
business is
God.
located, right?
Man.
But I mean, if you're acting worldwide, that's, I don't know, it's probably like 1,000 websites that are out there. And of course, you could easily go to each one of those websites and type in your name, your address, your phone number, your website, and so
Website,
on,
which is
logo, blah
the
blah blah.
backlink.
Yeah. But then actually, this fellow SEO, he told me I should go to a website which is actually called Citation Builder Pro. It's like,
Exactly.
right, it already says what to do. So they charge you for this service, right? And that's actually something that I always recommend to people. I did not think of this, but usually this is also one of the services I do to actually submit all these citations. But what you can do, this website was really great. I just like dropped all the information of the business, and it scanned all these websites, and they told me
Mhm.
where it was found and where it was not yet found. And then just pay them some money that they do all the, I call it, it's not so hard work, but just an annoying work.
Yeah,
So,
it's more of a
so they
monkey
just,
work, right?
yeah, right. I mean, a lot of SEO is monkey annoying work. Talk about meta descriptions of a website with 1,000 pages. That is a shitload of work. But yeah, that's where they
Yes,
are. Whereas AI is pretty much helping us with this one.
exactly.
But
Amazing.
yeah, so hey, actually, it seems to have worked because I had like a gradual decrease, and somehow it's like plateauing and slowly getting up. And I mean, like this weekend was totally horrible for my chart because nobody was really looking for their business and their products over Easter weekend. But yeah, I have an excuse to say why it tanked a little bit more. But actually, it did. It's interesting. I could then check my backlink profile, and every week there were like 4 or 5 links more that just came in, and it definitely helps. Yeah,
And the good thing is that they provide you with an Excel files with all the links and all the ID and
access,
password
right?
and
Yeah, it's
exactly
great.
all the access. And so you can go through if you want to, and you can eventually, I don't know, if you don't like some of them, you just, delete them. Or I saw something that was weird, like there was a super high authority website that was like metal music something. Oh, I went to the website. I said, "Oh, okay, this is really 1990." I mean, it was
Mhm.
like, but it had an authority like I don't know, 88 or something, like
Right.
90. And probably was one of this website from the 90s. It is on internet from the 90s, so that's also
So,
why they had
uh, uh,
this authority.
and
But
I get you as a UX designer and UI designer, you get eye cancer when you see these websites, right?
oh yes, yes. Yeah. Well, the truth is, so what it matters, as you said, it's authority, right? So
Mhm.
I think that Google or search engines gives a lot of value anyway on this website. So having backlinks like from, as you said, from Wikipedia, right? It's even though I mean Wikipedia has a really bad UI, even though recently they changed it a little bit. But I mean, it doesn't matter, right? Because even I think 10 to 15 years ago, Wikipedia was the place where to search, right? Was
Right.
the place that the internet that replaced the encyclopedia, right? So where basically when everything came in the internet, everybody was going on Wikipedia. That's also why people, I mean, Wikipedia has like 98, 99 or something.
Yeah, I think
um,
99 even. Yeah, it's
yeah,
the king
so
of backlinks.
yeah, exactly. So if you get a backlink on Wikipedia, you are you are
But
done.
what? To actually get your entry on Wikipedia is really not that easy because as a business, they have some kind of requirements that you have to fulfill.
Oh yeah.
Like you need to make at least 100 million revenue per year or something. I don't know, and like have that and that many employees. And then you get checked, like your bullshit that you submit will be checked by those fact checkers that actually work for Wikipedia. Like people nonstop reading Wikipedia entries and like, yeah, okay, this is fake, this is yeah, okay, and then but what you can do, and which is getting really, really interesting, I have not yet tried that, but is
Mhm.
build your Quora profile. And
Okay. Yeah.
Quora is actually taking over, especially when people look for questions. Like, for
Yes.
example, yesterday I was looking for, I got some gold coins that I had left over here, like not a few, it was two. But some of them actually have tremendous value, right? And I was like quickly looking for it, like, yeah, which coins are, or like, which is the most precious coin in the world, right? Because there are some super rare coins and people pay for like 20 million for such a coin. It's just ridiculous, but never mind. So, but when you ask these questions, they mostly are coming from Quora now, because
Yes.
Quora is this forum, right? That has tremendous kind of knowledge base. And what you can do is actually, and that also helps you on two aspects. And that's actually a strategy that I really try to push through to people and to businesses, that like social media and like SEO is slowly kind of a little bit like merging together, I feel like. And now if you think of that, right, you need to have good backlink profile and you need to have authority. And how do you do that? You can actually also go to Quora and basically shorten your content and answer questions on Quora. And like when those questions are being answered and answered in a proper way on Quora, people upvote it. It's the same like in Reddit, right? And the more and the better content, or the better helpful content you actually give to these in these forums, the better or the earlier you will be visible also on Google search or Bing search. So you actually do two things in one. You get the authority. People actually trust or like believe what you do. They see like you understand what you're talking about. Plus you get that big ass backlink to your website, which is great. So
Nice.
I would actually say slowly, I would even say like, hey, okay, Wikipedia is great, but like it's really hard to get in there. Also like to drop an article about something, and there's articles about everything, and everything has to be like scientifically, and let's be honest, as long as we are not working in science, it's not really necessary like to talk about a label printer in a scientific way. Nobody's going to read it, because when you write your article the way it is written in Wikipedia, a normal person doesn't necessarily understand it, right?
Yes, that's true.
It's very academically written. And as a content creator, you should not be writing like that, because people don't understand it. Use words that are very hard to understand, that have so many letters. People are like, oh, what did I read? How did the sentence start? Right? I don't know.
Yeah.
So I think Quora is going to become definitely more important, because they also started to offer ads on Quora. So what you can do is like you can answer a question and then boost it and stuff like that. So it's quite nice. So as you see, I always try to look in like different kind of angles and how I could like check off many things in SEO. And I think it's changing a lot these days. I also feel like a lot of SEOs are very scared with the whole AI stuff. I mean, it's certainly
which is normal. But I remember one of your posts on LinkedIn that actually was that we have to embrace this change, right?
Yeah.
So we have to try to understand how to encapsulate these things in our daily job, because otherwise, if you are just scared that you don't want to use it, you are left over, and you really try, you are more likely to lose your job actually if you don't use it.
I think so. And I just read another article. I think it was, I don't know, by New York Times or something. They somehow had this comparison about the many companies right now. They're like, oh, we use AI for this, we use AI for that. It's complete bullshit. A lot of companies that are saying like, yeah, it's fully integrated, everything is on AI, complete bogus. Like, no, that sometimes, or like most of the times, the businesses don't even know what to do with this technology, but it just sounds fancy to say like, oh, AI here, AI there, like, so you look very futuristic and like, yeah, you're embracing all the technology and everything, but apparently, like what I figured out, most of those that are like bracing themselves with like, oh, AI here and there, and like, yeah, we fired 5,000 people because we can do it now via AI, it doesn't even work. So actually this gave me a little bit peace of mind, because of course I feel stressed sometimes, like, okay, where's my job, how's it going to develop? But when I look at it, actually the best you can do is like now to broaden up, because if you understand how pay-per-click is working and SEO is working, and social media especially, because social media is going to be a super important channel in the next 10 years, during the next 10 years. It just developed now, and now people see the potential of social media and like how many people you can actually have there and like target. So I think by 2030, social media is going to be super, super important. And yeah, of course, AI does help us. But what I wanted to say is like, as a marketer, especially also as an SEO, to get out of there, it definitely makes sense to look into other fields of marketing to probably be able to guide and work more as a CMO or like just a marketing manager who is like targeting different kind of channels and sources, different technologies. But yeah.
Actually,
Hence
in
the
design,
citation builder.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, actually, on your point, I think for designer is exactly the same thing, right? Because I see in the latest year, okay, a lot of new tools that utilize AI to create, website and stuff like that. At the really beginning was really not doing something great actually,
That's crap.
but more the months actually are going ahead, and more I see something really cool. And one of those I think that I started to use actually recently, even though it's like more than a year that is on the market, which is Reloom.
Yeah, they're awesome. Yeah.
Exactly. So one of the main things that I think it's helping a lot, obviously on the paid plan, is that the super fast creation of wireframes and all the pages that you need for a website from a
The
single
structure,
prompt.
right? Yeah.
Structure. This is, in my opinion, this is amazing, because even though if you have to manage this, right? There is always the needs for the human touch, right? Because sometimes they just mess up with stuff, right? You have a super clean and, I would say, structure that really helps you to speed up like 10 times your work, right? You go through it, you just replace some blocks that are not the best, that's it, and you also have the copy, so I think, yeah, either we embrace it, either we, I don't know, we will really lose the job. But again, it's just a matter from my point of view of being open to this new opportunities, because actually are just opportunities, right? So to embrace this and to evolve into a new era where AI will be the new normal.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be, we're not going to stop that, but also I feel like there's every week 100 new tools coming out, and I think people are growing a bit tired of like, I think this AI space is very saturated already. So I feel like you don't need to like invent a new tool that's like AI backed, because what is there that there doesn't is what doesn't exist yet. I feel like it's AI for everything. Last time I even found a language teacher AI app. My wife downloaded it and she was just like chatting in German because she's working on her German, and even corrects you and gives you like guides. So it's kind of like, okay, it does the job, right? I mean, it's fair enough. It's good. It's good. I do the same in Russian. So it just like it asks me a question, like if I like hockey, and I was like, yeah, sure. So I write like in Russian, and then it tells me like, okay, this is a perfect sentence, but write this next time that way. Like, okay,
Right.
a teacher does the same, right? And but I think the true like the move that you have to do is like not to niche down, but maybe like niche out in a way to kind of like just be on a broader spectrum, like I just said, like with marketing. And I feel like our jobs are somehow, what is it called? Fuse together. They merge, they melt together, let's say. Yeah. But it's also like I see, right? So I can now get a client. I can make him a website. I can put in the marketing thinking, what he wants to do with that. I can utilize AI then to create it. So like the work can be supported by it. Then I have to have this SEO thinking, like, okay, the page is out there, it needs to be optimized, blah, 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 because that's what AI does not yet do. It doesn't have all this structured thinking, or doesn't know like what it all has to be thinking of. It just reacts on the prompt, input, output, right? It's like every other software that we work with, basically. But if you're smart enough, or like you have this knowledge, this background knowledge, you can actually nudge it in the right direction. So again, you're more or less this, I call it the puppeteer, right? So you're like pulling on the threads, and you have AI down there like dancing, and that's fine. But you still need human kind of like knowledge and like interaction. The same with UX, right? I mean, there's so much stuff out there that I just feel like, wow, okay. I think if somebody really would have thought that through, it would look different. But yeah, and AI cannot always figure this stuff out because AI is not smarter than us. It's at maximum as smart as us because it needs to feed off the knowledge from somewhere. And especially in the creative space, AI is not creative. It just creates what we have in our mind. And if we can like word it out, and that's what I actually like, especially with Midjourney. I have oftentimes very cool ideas for like ads and like other marketing visuals, but I don't know how to put them together in Photoshop because I just like, it takes me 3 hours to put all these filters and layers on top of each other. And then, so I just like prompt it and there's like, oh, okay, this is going into the right direction. Then I prompt it further and then it's like, cool.
Yes.
Why not? Right. I think it's like, all right, but it has to be here first.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Nice. So thank
Cool
you so
stuff.
much, Phil, for this insight. So citation builder, guys,
Great stuff.
and great stuff. Maybe one day me and Phil will build one up.
Yeah, we are already in the conception phase, right? So
Exactly.
stay tuned.
So, exactly.
And when it's going to be released, yeah.
Exactly. So thank you so much, Phil.
Pleasure, Carlo. See you next time, guys. And as always, Carlo, we'll stay in touch.
Absolutely.
Alrighty. Bye, guys.
Bye.